Oh, sweet, Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Any of these flaming fucking arrows come near me, I'll strangle you with your own guts.
You just sent the most powerful man in Westeros to bed without his supper.
You're a fool if you believe he's the most powerful man in Westeros.
A treasonous statement. Joffrey is king.
You really think a crown gives you power?
I tried to do my duty as a wife, that is all.
What was your duty to this traitor as you saw it?
The duty of any wife to any husband. You must do whatever you need to do. You are the king.
Theon. You're a good man. Thank you.
Game of Thrones, the trivia game, is a game for 2 to 4 players that test your knowledge of the Game of Thrones world. Answering questions correctly will allow you to take control of key locations across Westeros. When the game ends, whoever controls most locations wins. Let's look at the components inside the box and then set up a basic game and see how the game flows. Game board, map of Westeros with key locations including King's Landing, Dragonstone, Harrenhal Pike, the Eye, the Twins, see that Winterfell, Bedfort and the Wall. These are the round markings where we start from, spot for the favor deck and top up favor cards. A massive 200 trivia cards, so these are double-sided. I think this side is a slightly easier side, this side is slightly harder questions. And not only is it double-sided, but it has 3 questions on. You can see there, the items in bold are the answers. 64 picture cards. Now these are for the picture card round. Each one represents a certain character, a location, a house, and so forth. 24 of the favour cards. Now these are like allies you can buy in the game. All the heroes and villains of Game of Thrones are here. Each has a certain cost and a ability at the bottom. A round token to indicate which round it is. The Iron Throne token indicates whose player is the first player. A selection of marker tokens, 4 colours, I've just got 2 here, there's 4 colours, red, yellow, blue and green. These are used for answering questions and taking locations. And a handful of resource tokens, coin, sword and ravens. These are used to buy characters from the favour deck. Place the game board face up and centre of the table. Place the round token on the appropriate number of players' start position. Each player should choose a colour and take the 9 markers that match that colour and place them in front of themselves, ready for play. Next up, we have the picture cards, shuffle them and place them near the game board. Next, take the trivia cards, start with the bronze side up, place them near the game board. Assign the Iron Throne token to 1 player, and that'll be the first player taking turns per round. And now you're ready to play. Next, take one of your markers, small, medium or large. Each marker has a small dot underneath to indicate how many questions you need to answer correctly in a row to place this marker down on location. For instance, 1 marker is 1 question, which is absolutely easy, but if you want to do more location space, so 3, you need to answer 3 questions in a row correctly. Next, the player to your left will read the question card. If they want 1 question, it'll be the top part, 2 questions, bottom 2, and 3 questions, it'll be all 3 in a row. The answer in bold is the correct answer. If they answer correctly, they'll place their marker down on the desired location. A white space on the round tracker will indicate a picture round, which will answer a question related to the card on the back of the picture. You control a location if your markers occupy more sections than the markers of each other player. The game ends after all players take in their turn during the final round. The player controls the most locations wins. If two other players are tied for control of the most locations, the tied player who has the most markers on the board is the winner. If there is still a tie and you're playing the advanced rules, the tied player with the most resources is the winner, which we'll go through next. The game can also end if a player has placed all his markers on the game board, and that player will immediately win. And that's pretty much it for the basic gameplay. Next we'll discuss setup for the advanced game mode. Shuffle the deck of the flavour cards and place indicated board space, and then draw the top 2 cards and place them face up in the spaces next to the favour deck. Gather all the resources. Each location has a resource icon next to it, representing the resource generated from that area. For instance, Harrenhal has a sword icon. Answering the question correctly in the trivia part will reward you in a resource depending on how many markers you place down. For instance, if you answer 2 questions correctly, place your marker down, you'll receive 2 resources of the chosen type. Before your round is finished, you can use these resources to purchase cards that are face up by the favour deck. Using your resources you've gained, you can use these to buy favour cards. These cards are allies that will help you in the game. Some will help you to bypass questions, steal resources, or place markers across the game board. After buying a favour card, place it face up in the front of you, and then draw a new card to replace it. And finally, you can also remove markers if you answer a question correctly and place it down. As long as the opposing player's marker is less value than yours, you can displace their marker, which adds a bit of strategy to the game. Overall, for the price, I think you get a pretty decent amount of replayability in this game. There's plenty of questions. This can range from obviously easy to insanely hard that I challenge die-hard Game of Thrones fans to even know. It's pretty quick to set up, it's simple to get into. It's not too complicated, but there's quite a bit of strategy in placement and what questions you want to take. You want to risk going for the more space of 3 markers, or you want to play it safe. Bear in mind you'll progress slower this way. And I think it's quite fun seeing the answers and watching players scratch their heads and try and guess the questions correctly. Definitely recommend if you're a fan of Game of Thrones. It's worth playing to test your knowledge and your knowledge of the game board. As always, any questions are welcome about the game in general. Happy to help. Leave me a like and thanks for watching.